We're from the outskirts here in Maputo, Mozambique. This is our missionary here. This is Alexis Hudson, Hudson's Barbecue. For those of you who know that at home, that's Buford's daughter right there, and she's from our church. She's a missionary down here in Mozambique, and we're thrilled to be there. These are my new friends. What's your name? Ajito and Armindo. I just got to see full circle. I got to spend some time in the home with these two individuals. Just thrilled about it. Part of the ministry of what God is doing and what God has done through our missionaries there. This is Pastor Luis right here. Yes, sir. And just thankful for what the Lord is doing and what He has done. This is a very significant thing in the fact that we were able to come to this home, because this means that Armindo responded to God's offer through his people here. Masana, the ministry that Alexis is a part of and that we are getting to partner with because of such, what their goal is to take their teens off of the streets. The streets are full of it down here in Mozambique. And when I say these teens and these boys that are out there, now they can be out there for various reasons. Some run away, some were kicked out of their homes. Maybe mom has now married another man, and the stepdad doesn't want the other dad's kids in his house, so he pushes them out. Either way, the street life is what awaits them. And so, Masana is a place where these street boys who have been fighting for their lives literally, and at times, in fact, oftentimes, fighting each other, they have a place to go to come into. They get a meal fed to them. They get, before they get that meal, they get preaching of the gospel to them. You met Pastor Luis. They have an opportunity to wash their clothes there, and while they're drying, they have activities for them. They have teachers there that try to teach them to read and write, and trying to give them some skills so that if they would just give their lives to get off of the streets, that God could do something very unique with them. And so it is full impact. It is the gospel there with the pastor from the church. It is them providing to whatever degree of education they can help for them, and at the same time giving them just their physical need, to fill their stomach, to give them a place again to wash their clothes, and to just get out of that for just a little while. Now, I was able to preach there yesterday and then this morning, and with an appeal for them to respond to the Lord's offer. We left there. We went down to the penitentiary, and today was visitation day, and I found myself in the middle of an open yard with 15 of these teenage boys around me, because those were 15 of those teenage boys that did not respond to what Masana and the pastor and Alexis and their team was offering to them. And in not responding, they found themselves in crime, and they found themselves arrested. And what I appreciate about this ministry here is that the Lord don't just stop with one chance for us. He offers second chances. Aren't you glad for that? And so they went there to the prison, and I found myself in the yard there, and I'm preaching to them from the same book of Proverbs, which is your reading today, Proverbs 1-4 at onebaptist.org/devotional. That same place where this Solomon is saying to his son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. It goes on in that same chapter 1 to speak about how wisdom crieth out in the streets, and then attaches wisdom in chapter 2 to the words of the Lord. And that pastor, Luis, he said to those people, if you would have just heeded what we said, you would not have found yourself here. So you need to right now make the decision of what you will do when you get out. And so I went from one place of offering the help from the scriptures in hope that they would respond, to another place of the result of what happens when you don't. And then now I got to come to a home to see one life, which is the life of many, but I wanted you to meet just that one that did respond and has been restored. And it's my prayer that he will be a provocation for you to find somebody that needs that same message of hope that we're offering in Mozambique, because people need help all around us, and Jesus is always the answer.